Yeah. I guess over time, it's become less important to me of of who I've served, as far as names are concerned. What's become more important to me in the realm of food and the realm of anything else is, did I make a difference? Did I touch someone, um, through the food that I shared? So there's people always ask of professional cooks, or people who love to cook like yourself, Val. They always ask, what's your favorite thing to cook? What's your favorite dish to make? And my response is always, so my favorite dish to make is a dish called coq au vin. And coq au vin is it's today it's chicken braised in red wine with mushrooms and onions and bacon. But what I love about it is the story. And so the story goes, that so traditionally it was made with rooster, and in peasant times, in ancient France, not ancient France, but medieval France, you keep the rooster as long as you possibly could. But roosters they get really mean. The older they get meaner and meaner and meaner. So you eat the rooster, because you eat everything. And rooster meat, as it gets older, it gets notoriously tough, about as tough as their attitudes. So what they would do is they would braise the rooster. They would cook it in red wine because the tannins in the red wine would help break down the tough muscle fibers. Well, so as the story goes, there was a French princess or French royal who was walking through, the village, and she smelled this dish cooking that one of the peasants was cooking, and she went over and she asked what it was, and they explained it, and she tried it, and she was so impressed by the dish that she brought the peasant family to come live in the castle with her so that she could have it whenever she wanted, and when visiting dignitaries would come, she could have the family make it for them. And what I love about that story is how food can transform your life. The best thing that you've ever eaten in your life. Food is such a unique art form, and the best thing that you've ever eaten in your life is never going to be that good again because you'll never experience it the same way that you experienced it the first time. You can go back to the same person that cooked it, they can cook it exactly how they cooked it for you before, but the very first time you experience it, it changes you, right? And it changes the way that it's eaten again. So, you know, I've cooked for a lot of people throughout my life. The ones that are important are the ones that have had that peasant moment. That moment where something that I made for them really transformed them. It was an emotional experience for them. It was a that's that's where the good stuff is. So
That is so cool. I love that story.